Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California, Ozzy V. And with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world famous juggler Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
Doing pretty good. But I do gotta say, last episode, we were talking about where you may be at this point in time in your fantasy football, and are you close to
Oh
Thing
my
lose,
goodness, ladies
as
and
says
gentlemen.
behind you?
So, I actually, ladies and gentlemen, after this week, I'm going to be back at 50-50, coming back from 1-6. Tomorrow, I'm going to be 6-6. And this trophy is going to stay home because everybody in the loser league that I'm in, actually, there's 7 losers. I'm going to be the winner. So that's why I call it
King
the
of the
loser
losers,
league.
Ozzy.
Anyway, hey, it's the nicest guy in prison, but hey, I'll take it, right? I had Kyron Williams today, who had his career high in touchdowns and yards and all this other stuff. And Josh Jacobs breaking off a 63-yard touchdown despite the Raiders losing to the Chiefs. I didn't really expect them to win. But hey, I won in my fantasy team, and my enemy for the week, Danielle Lehman, Chip, loser. All right, also with us, ladies and gentlemen, Flesh Wound producer Todd. How you doing, Todd?
All right, I'm here. Another traditional show after I was out for a few weeks.
I am glad that you are here, and we are here together here. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are reviewing and discussing the film Nothing to Lose, rated R, released on July 18th, 1997, the runtime of 98 minutes. Todd, do you have a trailer available?
I do. I'm waiting for you to say rolling.
Oh, man. It's been a few weeks. We went ahead. We recorded a bunch of episodes ahead of time. We took a little break, and now we're back, and here we go. Roll it. Okay.
I was doing it.
Is that a question?
Now we're still on for tonight.
You still love me?
I love you.
I'm gonna try to beat her home. I'm gonna surprise her.
Nick Beam is about to come home to the right place at the wrong time. Now, things couldn't possibly get any worse.
You listen good. It's a gun. Car, keys, wallet, now. Helen Keller, I'm talking to you.
You picked the wrong guy on the wrong day.
Nothing to lose.
What kind of man stays out till 2:30 in the morning? Boy, don't you talk back.
Don't talk back to your mother.
You got that slap cause you with him.
Wow, that was a shorter trailer than I had expected. That was the trailer for Nothing to Lose, again, released on July 18th, 1997. Rated R with a runtime of 98 minutes, directed by Steve Oudkirk, starring Tim Robbins, Martin Lawrence, featuring John C. McGinley and Giancarlo Esposito, which I found hilarious. These are the two individuals that we'll get into momentarily. So, initial thoughts on this, starting with me. I initially found out about this as there was a movie night happening in high school, and somebody had suggested this movie. And what's great is it still, for me, I laughed just as hard as I did. I enjoyed it just as much as I did back then when I first saw it when I was 14 years old. But I always appreciate Martin Lawrence's facial expressions, for one. So as long as he's in there, and that's why I'm such a sucker for the Bad Boys franchises. Probably won't, or movies, but I probably won't like the newest one. But yeah, and I've always loved this, and I've always had this on my radar. Todd can attest that I've always asked about this in terms of we need to get this on there. But initial thoughts for you, Todd.
This is when I saw back. It was 97. Was that our year? I liked it then. Had a really good soundtrack. I miss movie soundtracks. We don't get those anymore. We just get collections of songs. This is back, Batman, there's another, obvious big soundtrack, but that was crafted for the picture.
Right.
And it's just such a 90s thing too. But yeah, it holds up. It's one of those weird Disney produced, there's a batch of titles. They have a certain feel. There's Ride, stuff like Down and Out in Beverly Hills, all that Touchstone, Silver Screen Partners, the third stuff.
Right.
But it is. I miss that that content or films, whatever. But yeah, so it was good to revisit this, and it was something that it's different now. It feels different. It feels of its time.
Right. Man, it's just, again, still just enjoyable. Greg.
I'm glad you say it still feels good because that was one of my fears. I'd never seen this movie, nor had I even heard of it. So when I watched the trailer, I had this like mixed feeling in my gut because I was just like, it doesn't have the nostalgia because I'd never seen it. And sometimes these movies need that, but that trailer looked fantastic, so I was really excited, hoping it would hold up. And yeah, I definitely had quite a few good laughs, and it really it could come out today and be just as good with the same exact everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going back to Martin Lawrence's facial expressions is one thing, but this had a ton of moments that made me want to laugh heavily out loud. Uh, and at the time I was watching it, I was in a car driving on the way to San Diego. So there were some moments. I'll take the one in specific where this got me to laugh out loud and made the the head turn on somebody, and I couldn't repeat what was said, but I can sort of repeat it now. So kicking that off, there's a moment where Robbins' character calls Martin Lawrence beetle-minded. And beetle-minded, what's that? That's a synonym for stupid. And he says, well, let me give you a synonym for procreation. Screw you. Which made me laugh so hard that it made somebody sitting next to me turn. They were 11 years old. I couldn't explain it. But
Yeah.
how about a favorite moment, Greg?
So there's a whole scene that is fantastic. The two of them are with these other two robbers, and they're just yelling "F you" at each other, and that alone was fantastic. But Martin Lawrence then does this stupid crab walk looking thing to the car's tire, and for some reason, the physicality of that moment was just unexpected, and it was the cherry on the top of a fantastic scene.
Right. He really underrated as a comedic actor. I mean, he's done unfortunately done the Big Mama's House and all that stuff. But
some people like Big Mama's House.
Okay, I apologize, Todd. How about
I didn't say I did.
Okay, well, how about a favorite moment from this movie?
It's weird. It's like when I was watching it, it's like I was so focused on it, I didn't really write down like a particular moment. But I think Tim Robbins doesn't get the credit he should as the straight man. I've always, going back to Howard the Duck, shocker. I was a fan of his. But just the simple moment was like when he smiles, you picked the wrong guy. It was just the wrong day. I don't know. Just something about that simple moment works for me.
Right. And as I mentioned, Greg, going back to, you mentioned the two robbers that they had been interacting with. Specifically, these were Davis Rigg Landlow and Charlie Dunt, played by John C. McGinley and Giancarlo Esposito. The funny thing about that, John C. McGinley, which you might not, very different shift than what people might normally recognize him as or remember him from, Dr. Perry Conks from Scrubs. And you also had Giancarlo Esposito, the other guy with him, which completely shocked me when I found out, because I saw the name at the beginning and I was like, oh, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. That's cool. And I was like, I didn't see him in the entire movie. And then when I looked up the cast, I had to go back and see that some more. It was hilarious because you used to seeing him in such like a calm, collected kind of position. So it was fun to see a couple of those guys like that. Some honorable mentions that I'm gonna go through. Feet on Fire. I'll just say that.
Yes.
Leave that as is. That was great. And also the security guard singing. Gonna avoid spoilers on that right now. But just
was
a
the director,
great time. And it was tough. Do you guys have any honorable mentions in terms of moments?
Well, the end credit scene.
Yes, there is a post-end credits
clip
scene for this film. if you are inclined to watch that. Todd, any others?
I mean, with
I'll
that
take that
end
as a
credit
no.
scene, I mean, I love a good callback first off, and of a smaller character, So I do think it was well played. It was unexpected because I know you
Sure.
guys had told me that there was an end credit scene, but that was not of all the characters that we were going to go back to who I expected.
Right. But Todd, you didn't have any?
I mean, you already mentioned this stuff like the dance, which security guard was the director.
Okay.
But yeah, no, nothing else. I
All
enjoy
right.
this film.
Getting into the ratings, I feel very comfortable. I mean, there were some moments where they did kind of lull in some points, and there wasn't a moment that it had me hurting in laughter,
Mhm.
where I kind of get dizzy. Uh, so I usually had that as a prerequisite for a 5 for a comedy. Unfortunately, I didn't reach that, but I don't feel comfortable with a 4.5. But I feel it's a very solid 4 in terms of a comedy, but a great movie that I believe everybody should watch. Because you also had some cameos there from Michael McKean and Kelly Preston as well. Or not cameos, but smaller roles. So definitely worth a watch. How about you guys for ratings, Todd?
I'm a little under you. I do enjoy it.
Don't
I
use
think I'm
that phrasing. Don't use that phrasing ever. Don't ever use that phrasing.
All right, I'm on top of Ozzy.
You just make it worse.
All right,
Make
me
it
and
worse.
Ozzy. My rating's a little lower than Ozzy's. How's that?
There you go.
I'm a 3.5.
Okay,
It's
fair.
definitely worth checking out. I do enjoy it. It being on a 90s kick, it's a good one. It was a good one. Good timing to watch it too.
Right.
So
Greg?
I'm right there with you, Ozzy. This is a fun movie, a lot of fun. Is it exceptional? Not necessarily. Would I watch it again? Yeah, because it's a fun story, has some really good laugh out loud moments. So I'm right there with you on a 4.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, as of November 26th, this is available to stream on Hoopla for those available with that subscription. Otherwise, it is available for digital rental or purchase wherever you purchase your digital content. And before we head out, Todd, do you have any Flesh Wound Network announcements?
we're gonna have a special show this Tuesday instead of Wednesday because Wednesday we're all going to see Godzilla -1. So we'll have a live review of that after we all get back. So it's a little different schedule this week. So we got our normal Wednesday show is going to be on Tuesday. Then we're going to do a special review of Godzilla on the Wednesday. So
but a live review following
yes,
the viewing, and that'll be this coming
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. Right. I just said it like 3 times.
Tuesday and Wednesday. All right. Also, and of course, anybody that is in the Orange County area and would like to check out trivia hosted by me, where you could win up to $25 of my own money. Check that out at either Mondays in Lake Forest at the Rush Barn Grill beginning at 6:30, Tuesdays at the Brewery in Placentia beginning at 7, and Wednesdays at Griffin's Grill in Los Alamitos beginning at 7:30, and Thursdays at the Honey Pot Meadery in Anaheim beginning at 7:30. Obviously not available on the holidays such as Christmas or New Year's. Wasn't available there on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, there weren't many Thanksgiving comedies that have been out there other than Dutch and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But how was your gentleman's Thanksgiving?
It was good. Like, got my candied yams, so I'm a happy man. How about yourself, Ozzy?
It was great. For the first time, I tried stuffing that had cranberries in it.
Oh.
And it was actually a good deal. But I gotta say, my brother-in-law used to smoke her on the turkey and the ham after it was cooked. So that made all the difference.
Nice.
Todd, how about
Don't
you?
ask me.
I'm just curious.
Well, you want me to go on my Thanksgiving rant like I will because I don't celebrate this.
I wanted to save the best for last. Why not?
No, okay. I know. I'm going to be good.
Oh,
Well, I can't say words that I want to say on this program. Some start with
oh
R.
no, you no.
And I don't want to
No,
edit.
he doesn't want to take the time to edit it out.
That's the problem.
You can't even give like a sanitized version.
My people were done dirty. F the white man. Is that better?
Phrasing.
Okay.
Phrasing for me now.
I feel no need to celebrate that holiday. I mean, what am I celebrating? Loss? What the F's the turkey got to do with it? I don't.
How
I
was
don't
how
get
was the feast you had on the day?
it. Oh, you
which
see, you don't
people
ask.
usually.
Normally, I just shame Dan for asking me, but I like Ozzy, so I'm not saying. But yeah, not my thing.
Okay, but still, like, how was you? Did nothing
I-
for the day.
I ate food.
But I mean, like outside the normal, you didn't have like. Did you guys have a feast or just
Just
did
Thursday.
you just have it was like some Jack in the Box and you were good?
I wish I could get some goddamn Jack, but no, everything's all closed because it's damn Thanksgiving. Thanks, white man. Can't even go get myself some goddamn Jack in the Crack tacos, 2 for $1 through the app. So you asked.
You're welcome.
I did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next week is a very special occasion as it is the month of December, Christmas time. So we are going to have Christmas comedies that we are going to review. Beginning with next week, we will be reviewing and discussing Elf, which is, well, you'll have to tune in next week. You thought I was getting a sneak peek? Sorry, not going to give it to you. You got to tune in next week to a brand new episode of Flesh, Wound Farce. Todd or Greg, do you have anything else before we head out for the evening?
Maybe next Christmas season we can do the remake they're making of Die Hard with John Krasinski. Did you
What?
not see the poster?
Don't.
No, there's a poster out there.
Don't. It's not real.
It's
not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Now.
It's not real. Not real. Not real.
It is not really a Christmas movie either. So that
Okay.
You know what?
We've
I-
had this discussion every
Yes.
single year, and
Yeah,
it's
well, you
more
know
of a
what? Well,
Christmas
that-
movie than Home Alone.
Yeah, they're about on par though.
Well, one of them's obviously better. All right. Okay,
Well,
this
yeah, the one with
poster
the
is not
stereotype
real,
in it.
and I know it's just trying to rile me up, and I'm not going to buy it. So, yeah, no. So, on the real, like, any aside from jokes or anything to rile me up, do you have anything else for this week?
I just have stuff to rile you up, so I'm done.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that's all we
Greg, you
got.
good?
We live
Okay,
for.
of course. You can go on for days for that. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, for world's famous juggler Greg Larson and Flesh Wound producer Todd, I'm Ozzy V, and we'll see you next week on a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce.